And you started as a tenor, right?
What are we warming up? That's the question. We are warming up not only vocal cords, as probably many singers think, but we're warming up the whole system. The whole system, first of all, we're opening up the throat, because in the morning it's closed, usually. So we start by yawning. This is very natural warm-up for the human being, you know. But for the vocalists, we do have to do a little bit of an extra yawning, because we need to strengthen the muscles here, but very naturally. They should not be tired after that, okay? So it's warm-ups. Let's just warm up already. And then on a yawn, try to find a resonance suitable for your voice. And don't go to the piano or an instrument. You don't want to know where you are. Otherwise you'll be projecting and thinking in a particular way. And then the whole idea of being existential and true to the moment is gone. So do it just naturally, not knowing where are you. And then you've heard probably this is a good one for feeling your muscles of support. Also you feel support of the diaphragmatic muscle and the whole thing. So you need to get to one of those. You need to warm up the whole system. It's good if you start just with and yawning. And then within that you try the resonant voice. Just a suggestion, you know, it's don't necessarily do it, your voice will be different than mine. What I'm driving you at is that you need to get to the resonant sound regardless to your knowledge of your voice. Just don't even ask where are you. What you have to watch in this is the resonance, and don't exceed the natural resonance. Exceed it slowly. So if you just have like a few, half an octave, or just the little exclamations that I show you, like me, ma, oh, that's a good thing to start warming up your voice and to expand it slowly. When we expand that pre-warm-ups around an octave and a little bit higher, only then you can start doing formal routine warm-ups. And routine in the sense that the scales that you like and the scales that you're going to use, but not in a sense that you have to watch your voice also, its connection and its agility and its beauty. You have to be perfectionist in warm-ups, because this perfectionist will lead you towards the correct technique and right sound. Of course, I'm going to show you some of my pre-warm-up tricks, but again, that would be missing the point if you just take them the way I show you and try to do pre-warm-ups yourself using my own tricks. You can start with them, but what I suggest to really look into your own warm-ups, if you like. So we need to open our throat in warm-ups or make position of the larynx lower. That is possible through yawning. Humming actually is a great trick to open up the throat and to understand the neutral resonance. The neutral resonance is the main resonance of the human body that makes everything, the connection and projection, the low and high and everything, except for the vowels. You know, I don't usually suggest muscular feelings, but in humming, I personally have feelings in the mask. And actually, the rule of humming, when you hum should not be very different from the open vowels, like from ah. It has to be not. You see, this is a dull sound. This is not real humming. This is not vocal humming. So don't do because that's not a good resonance. You have to already establish the sound the way you in humming as in vowel singing. So so like this. Not because they're two different sounds. So if you hum properly. This type of pre-warm-ups are very, very helpful. So very good for your voice. Pre-warm-ups are not just good steps towards physical connection, but they're also a great opportunity for you to connect mentally with the whole being to your sound. And that's very important. When you connect it, you feel you're almost like a sound. You are the sound. You are the instrument. You know, you don't separate it from psychologically from you. And that's important that you feel, and you start feeling the connection with your sound, not as a separate object from you, but as a whole being. It's very important, and for that you need a psychological approach. You need to be fooling around with that, you know, like with pre-warm-ups, fool around with the sound, feel good resonance and have fun with it, you know, don't be shy doing some weird stuff that can open up your soul. I've heard so many weird warm-ups from great singers I sang with, you won't believe me. So it's very, very individual, and it's very, very helpful for you to also get deeper of your knowledge of your voice and understand how your voice functions, because we almost all the time operate with prejudice and with a conditioned mind that might be the obstacle towards the freedom of the sound and the true voice we're looking for. So that's a very important thing. And at the end of this lesson, if you like, I would give you some warm-ups in the piano that you might use as a formal or, let's say, routine warm-ups. That not every professional singer uses so-called routine warm-ups. I was lucky to have a master class with Louis Quiliko just before we did actually performance together in Ottawa, singing the Duke, the part of the Duke, and Louis Quiliko was Rigoletto. Around a year ago, before that performance, I've arranged a meeting with Maestro Quiliko, and we kind of discussed technique, and he showed me his ideas. And when he asked me to sing something, I said, "Oh, Maestro, I'm not yet warmed up." And he said, "Are you still warming up?" So you see, there's a different approach. What I'm saying is not that no matter whoever the big shot celebrity singer is using these particular warm-ups or pre-warm-ups, or not using the warm-ups at all, that should not necessarily give you the same idea. Because you have to look for your own way to warm up your voice. Your voice is individual. Of course, you pick up the ideas. That's why I'm shooting this video. You pick up some ideas from from the teachers, from other, and basically you have to try it on yourself. And if they do work, then you use them. If they don't work, you don't use them. That's as simple as that. That's how you build up your personal relationship with your own voice and your own knowledge about your own voice, you know, which is nobody can tell you. No other great teacher in the world can tell you everything about your voice. So that's very important to know. So don't be naive to expect that some teacher gives you the whole knowledge, because the whole knowledge just simply is not there. And you know, of course, to get this knowledge, you have to self-research. You have to really work hard on your technique, your own, apart from your teacher, of course. Teacher will give you the, let's say, the third eye or the third ear feedback, but you have to really get into it yourself if you really want to become a great singer. This is my suggestion. Okay, this exercise is very good for staccati, for developing good appoggio also, and it should be sung preferably with circular breathing. Now, something like this. So what it means? Then you breathe in. So you breathe in between. I don't know if you've heard of circular breathing. We don't use circular breathing in singing. It's used in some wind instruments, trumpet. We're not singing during inhalation, but it gives us the opportunity to sing longer phrases, if we can do it. In arias and some warm-ups, you may not feel the subtle change of the color in your voice. For that reason, it's good to challenge yourself with contrasting vowels and jumps in order to feel appoggio. As I give this exercise in my previous lessons, it's good to do it ER exercise, which is here.